I'm on the east side of Buffalo at the first Bangladeshi street food cafe to ever open in the city. So I'm trying Fuchka, which is, I guess, the equivalent of what we would know as pani puri in India. So just zooming down here, this is a tamarind sauce. It's stuffed with potato, egg, also cilantro, other spices. There's also yellow chickpea in there. And then I'm also having a drink here. So this is lassi. Looks very similar to the lassi that I've had over the years. So this right here is a tamarind sauce. So the way this works is you sort of pour it, as much as you'd like, into the little fuchka, and then you eat with your hands. So they definitely have that crunch I'm used to. The tamarind sauce, I guess, has a tiny bit of spice to it. I asked for it mild. It just hits you about 5 seconds after. But this is really a street food. I've seen it in Jackson Heights, Queens. It's like an easy thing to get at lunch if you just need something to hold you over until dinner. Southern Junction is a barbecue spot on the west side of Buffalo. But it's barbecue with an Indian twist. So the owner came here from outside Dallas. That's why you see the Interstate 35 marker behind my head. So we have brisket right here. I guess that's traditional brisket with the Japanese milk bread. But then here we have barbecue beef. And then we have cardamom cornbread. And then also there's like a biryani rice, which is topped with additional brisket. So that was my first time ever trying brisket with coconut curry sauce. And although I was more so doing it out of curiosity, I will say it was an interesting flavor, but I don't think good meat needs it, and this doesn't. All right, I like the brisket, but I definitely prefer the barbecue beef. So I'm tasting cardamom and maybe some Indian spices in here. I know it's cooked with coconut milk, and it just has so much more flavor. And it's a better mix than putting the brisket in the coconut curry sauce. So if you come here and you're only going to get one thing, I would say definitely get this, the barbecue. The Westside Bazaar is located at 1432 Niagara Street. The building dates back to 1920, and nowadays several different vendors are in here selling food that you can't necessarily get in restaurants. So there's pizza, gelato, sushi. They even have Egyptian food here. There's also Korean comfort food, as well as Malaysian food. And they have here laksa, which is a really spicy soup. And the place is called Phu Tien. Bamboo Ridge is the Vietnamese restaurant. And then this is a Burmese restaurant. Buffalo has quite a Burmese population. You could find different dishes here, like the flat, wide rice noodles. And then Malkia is an African restaurant, Congolese to be more specific. I'm told that braised pork shoulder is one of the signature dishes. And Malika in Swahili means queen. Now I'm at Yali's, which is a West African restaurant in Buffalo, and I'm having one dish that I've never had before. So this is peanut soup. I think it's sometimes called peanut butter soup. That's fufu in there, which is like a pounded yam that you eat with your hands. I've had that before, just not the peanut soup. And here's a dish I've had several times. This is called jollof rice. You see the rice, not quite a pyramid, but it's well stacked. Getting it with chicken, that's how I've always had it. And this one here is called red. It's beans, egg, and this is another one I've never had before. It's vegan if you remove the egg. And then there's like a huge side of plantains that's enough for 3 people. So I remember that you eat fufu with your hands. You sort of put your hand in there. It's very gooey. Take a look there. And then you just kind of dip it in, and in your mouth it goes. So the jollof rice is 2 large chicken drums on the bone with a huge serving of rice. So So after trying the pepper soup, the jollof rice is much more mild. Almandi is one of a handful of Yemeni restaurants in the Buffalo area. So I'm on the east side of town and I'm about to try this lamb soup. First thing I'm trying, and this is called marak. And then there's also a whipped fenugreek. It looks like yogurt, but it's non-dairy. I'm gonna try some of this in the soup. And this is cheese sahawak. So this is something, I've been to a few Yemeni restaurants before. I've never had this. This is good to put on your rice. And it's kind of like pinkish, if you take a look right there. So this is made in a tanur oven. I just said tanur, that's right. So then this, you could dip it in a few different things. So I'm gonna try it in this. Bread is a really big thing. I've never been to a Yemeni restaurant and not had bread, even in the morning. So this soup, I remember it from Columbus, Ohio. It has a little bit of spice to it. Now this next one is called selta. So it's topped with the same whipped fenugreek. This is the vegetable version. There's also a meat version which would have lamb in it. Now mandi is a cooking style, and I came here expecting to like the chicken and the lamb the most, but what actually ended up happening was the salmon was my favorite. There's also a fish. And I want to point this out right here. This lamb is so tender and delicate, it just comes right off the bone. You could use a plastic fork and eat this lamb. So look how delicate this lamb is. So I've tasted 8 different things here, 8 different savory dishes. Now it's time for something sweet. So this is heavy cream, honey, black seeds, and there's dates, and then there's, I believe, crushed up bread. Take a closer look. Yes, exactly. This almost looks like banana bread. If you take a look closer, I'm sure that's not what it's going to taste like, but it kind of looks that way. This is really interesting. So it's creamy from the heavy cream. It's sweet from the honey. And then you have a little bit of sweetness from the dates. And then you got the bread. And this is something I've never tried before. And it's not overly heavy, so this is something I can handle after all I ate here. Ilio di Palo's is an Italian restaurant started by the wrestler of the same name back in 1965. So right behind me is a bell autographed by many famous wrestlers. Sergeant Slaughter is on there, also Harley Race, former NWA champion. And I'm going to be giving this restaurant a try. There you go. I'm starting off with the calamari in the red sauce. So at an Italian restaurant, I usually want to try the red sauce first. And something I noticed when I was walking in was you can get the sauce right here. It's going to be a little different because there's calamari in it. But you can get this sauce in stores. You can get it here. And that is former wrestler Mr. Ilio di Palo right there. And wrestling is kind of omnipresent in this place. So just look above my head. You can see Ilio di Palo right there. Okay, in the sauce, I can taste the garlic. It's slightly sweet, definitely not too much so. And the calamari is definitely tender. To this day, many wrestlers and former wrestlers still come here to Ilio di Palo's. You got Mick Foley, Ric Flair, Diamond Dallas Page. And then there's some old pictures, Terry Funk, Ric Flair back when he wrestled, the $1 Million Man and Virgil, early 90s Hulk Hogan with Jimmy Hart, Triple H, The Rock before the movies, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Scott Steiner, and then modern wrestlers like Jay Lethal, Shane Douglas, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Coco Beware, Rikishi, and it just goes on and on and on.
It's a chicken abruzzi. Diego's. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm trying spaghetti with the house sauce, which is going to be closer to what I have right here, Di Paolo's, and I will say the sauce is a little bit smoother than I had with the calamari, maybe a tad bit sweeter. Hey, sawadee kap, everyone. I'm in the Black Rock section of Buffalo, and I got some Thai food here. This is more like a feast for two. I don't know how I'm going to eat all this myself, but you're going to help me explain some of what this is because it looks familiar, but yet at the same time it looks different. So, kun chia rai kap?
ชื่อเก๋ค่ะ
Oh, yindi ti dai ruja
ยิน
kap.
ดีได้ด้วยกันค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ
Pomshi Brian. So, I know this is some kind of curry right here. Which one is this?
มัสมั่นเคอรี่
Massaman curry. And then this is a soup you said from the Isan region?
Yeah this one say อ่อมเนื้อ they have in the lot in the Isan people all Lao people they like to eat with the sticky rice.
Okay, nua is beef, right?
Yes
Okay, and then this one is goon.
this one in the กุ้ง in the shrimp and they have in the eggplant.
Okay.
Yeah and all Thailand they say มะเขือ
Makua, and it
Yeah.
looks like larb, chicken larb or something.
Yeah like that.
Okay. So you put some fried basil on top of the gayang, which I guess because we're in Buffalo, you're doing chicken wing gayang.
Yes we
Okay.
do chicken wing ไก่ย่าง I make idea with people like chicken wing on the buffalo I make ไก่ย่าง I marinate in the whole night and I put in my oven and I grill a little bit and fry and put in really crispy and put on top with the dunking noodle.
Okay, so you're using ramen. Is this ramen for the drunken noodles?
Yes I use the ramen from the packet and because this one I really favorite taste because when we make fry very good they came very good with the dunking noodle.
Okay, well, I'm going to try some of these right now.
Not to put a lot, because
I just tried the mussel curry. The spice hit me a little bit. Not too bad. I can definitely handle this, but I'm just curious, what level, like 1 to 5, do you consider that spice-wise?
I think only in a 2. Medium,
Oh, a 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only my medium like that. It's some because this one not taste for me everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think in the American I think a medium.
Okay, so this is like farang
Yeah,
friendly.
Yeah, farang friendly.
Okay. All right. So I think we got about 5 things here. Which one should I try next?
You try this one. The guess you spicy. You try this one. The guess you not too spicy at all.
Okay.
Because this one sour and
Okay.
one.
All right. Okay, I'm wrapping these dumplings in the lettuce. What kind of dumplings are these? I know they got coconut milk on them.
This one is chicken inside and peanut and garlic and cilantro mix together and put the coconut on the top.
So it adds a little sweetness to it.
Yes.
Okay. So what's going on with this one? We got mint leaves.
Mint and garlic and onion, crispy onion and egg and Thai eggplant.
And how do I eat this? Spoon?
Yes.
Okay. So I just take some of this and then just kind of spread it over the lettuce like that. Okay, so are these the little round baby Thai eggplant? Or are
Yeah.
they, okay.
And this one the Thai eggplant they say ยำมะเขือม่วง
Yamakum.
ยำมะเขือม่วง
All right.
มะเขือม่วง The-
Ma ku muang.
Yes, like
Ma
that.
ku muang.
Yes.
What should I try next?
You can try this one, the soup and omนื้อ.
More eggplant.
This one in the small Thai eggplant and they have a garlic and they have a glass noodle and they have a dill and onion.
Okay, I didn't even see the glass noodles in there.
Here, glass noodle. No, not a glass noodle. Sorry. What that? Honey glass. This one say, I forgot it.
Lemongrass.
Lemongrass.
Okay, okay.
Sorry.
Okay, I think we have one left to try, which is your gayang, right?
No, this one is a dunking noodle with the chicken wing.
Okay, so we're not calling it gayang. Drunken noodle with chicken wings?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we're in Buffalo. This is going to be the only time I eat wings in Buffalo, so let's see how these are.
Because they make something get really spicy and get he wake up.
Okay, so I'm not used to eating drunken noodles like ramen like this. This is going to be
Yeah.
interesting. So I like this. I like this. The chicken wings have kept the noodles warm.
Really like it. We tie the chicken and make in the very good for the marinade whole night and make in the oven. And fry a little bit.
They're a little bit crispy too.
Yep.
The noodle here, I'll show everybody watching right here. See, like the little looks a little burnt. I like that. Okay, I'm tasting something a little bit sweet. What is that?
We put in the sauce.
Okay,
Yeah, a little bit salt and put the garlic on the top.
thank you. Carolyn Welch is the executive director of Weedy, which oversees the Westside Bazaar and the Downtown Bazaar, which is where we're at right now. So this place has a handful of food vendors. It also has a bar that does pairings. And there's a really interesting story and interesting concept here. Carolyn, can you tell me a little bit about what you do for the community of Buffalo, the city of Buffalo?
So Weedy is the organization that runs both of the bazaars, and really what our focus is economic development and education. So we help entrepreneurs that otherwise wouldn't have a chance to launch their business, start a business, and grow that business and be successful out in the community.
Abisinia is the first place I'm trying at the Downtown Bazaar. So I'm here with Z. Okay, so Z, how long have you been running Abisinia out of the Downtown Bazaar?
The past 7 months.
This is Injera, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Injera. And can you give us like a little bit of a rundown of what all these things are?
The yellow one is called Khalija, and
Okay.
this one is misr, and this one is cabbage, and the middle one is
Injera, right?
yeah.
Okay, Injera. And can you give us like a little bit of a rundown of what all these things are?
The yellow one is called Khalija, and
Okay.
this one is misr, and this one is cabbage, and the middle one is dorowat, and the other is beef herbs.
So beef tips.
Yeah.
This is what I've had before in Toronto's Little Ethiopia.
Oh.
I've had something like this, the beef tips,
Yeah.
the greens. I don't think I've had the chicken before,
Okay.
but there's no other way to do this than to just like rip a little piece off, grab a little bit,
Yes.
and like that.
Yeah.
Okay, if you've never had injera, it's spongy. I don't know, I'm curious, like how long does it take to make this?
I mean 3 days.
So 3 days to make this injera.
Fermenting.
Okay. All right, well, this is a very exciting start to my food tour of the Downtown Bazaar. Thank you very much, Z.
Thank you.
Now I'm here with Lloyd from Pinoy Boy, and we're trying a chicken dish which you said is very popular in your home country of the Philippines, adobo?
Yes.
Okay, I've never had this that I know of. Can you describe this one?
So it's probably our most famous traditional dish. It's meat braised in a soy vinegar base with bay leaves, onions, and peppercorns. This one is made with chicken, dark meat chicken, chicken leg, chicken thigh, and the other famous variation is a pork version.
Okay, and now these are lumpia, right?
Lumpia.
Lumpia.
Yes.
And is that a street food?
It's a finger food, popular in like parties, birthday parties, and usually the first thing to go because they can get very, very addictive.
Okay, now what part of the Philippines did you come from?
I came from the northern part, probably 3 hours north of Manila, called Subic Bay, which is popular because of the Navy influence when America was stationed there. So, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a bite of this dark meat. It came right off the bone very easily. Is that fried garlic?
Yes, fried garlic.
Okay. It's so tender. Okay, so I definitely taste the saltiness from the soy sauce. And is it always like meat on the bone when you serve this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's the pork version.
Okay. There you go. Thank you very much, Lloyd.
Thank you.
Now I'm trying a Sudanese dish with a catch, and I believe this is called kuku paka. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Okay, kuku paka, and this is like kind of looks like a chicken curry. What I know there's coconut milk, turmeric, which is very healthy. What else can you tell us about this dish?
Actually, it's like you said, it's healthy, and this thing is really good. It's that the main food for the region of the East Africa. Everybody, South Sudan, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, all these countries, they use this kukapaka, and everybody is use it in different ways. Like I use coconut milk, is because it's too healthy. That's why I use it.
Is this chicken breast?
It's chicken breast.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. And another question for you. How long have you been here at the downtown bazaar? How long has your stand been here?
I think it's around 6 months, if I am not mistaken. We opened in April 23.
You're calling this restaurant Nile. There's a connection with the Nile, I believe. You worked along the Nile, the river?
Yes, it's correct, because the Nile River is the longest river in the Africa, or in the world. It's not only in the Africa. And actually also is feeding the 10 countries from east to central to north. It's just getting along from the Burundi going to Egypt.
Okay.
So I'm thinking to make it bigger, because if this thing is going to be a big company, all these countries feeding by Nile, they will be a part of this company.
And is it Swahili, or what is the language in Sudan?
Sudan has a lot of different dialects, but the main language is Arabic and
Okay.
English. And when you go to Kenya, you find the main language is Swahili.
Okay, I should have known that. Somebody did tell me that. I've only been to West Africa and South Africa. Mm-hmm. So now I guess I could say to you, shukran.
Have fun.
Thank you. Now I'm with Elizabeth, who is from the Karen state of Myanmar. Yes. Okay, so Elizabeth, you're selling a mix of Thai and Burmese street food.
Yes.
And I chose the yellow noodle salad. What can you tell us about this one?
Yellow noodle salad is the color I choose because it's quick and easy and very delicious.
Okay, and one thing I love about this bazaar is I got here and like 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, I have food from pretty much every vendor at my table here. So I'm assuming you can eat this one with chopsticks?
Yes, you can use the chopstick.
What is the taste of this, would you say?
the taste is a little bit sweet because the taste a little bit sweet and spicy on it, but not really because like you guys you don't eat spicy, so I have like spicy on the side, so I make it like that.
Okay.
So
what is this?
The fried chili.
Okay, fried chili.
Yes.
Okay. So do you speak any Thai?
Yes, a little bit.
So this is a farang version?
Yes.
Farang version.
Yes.
Okay.
Farang.
Yeah, so the farang can handle this.
Oh yes, because the farang they don't like it spicy. What about you? You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I've been to Thailand 6 times.
6 times?
And I'm still like trying to get used to spicier food.
So when you go into Thailand, at the street food, you try the street food. It's the very popular. So me, when I go back to Thailand, the first Thai way I will do it is try every street food.
That's what you do?
Yes, when I back to Thailand.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right, well, Elizabeth, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your food. All right, I've tried 4 different vendors here at the downtown bazaar, and I'm gonna say the most pleasant surprise, probably my favorite, was the kuku paka chicken curry dish from Nile River. I've never had Sudanese food. He did mention it is pretty prevalent throughout East Africa. I hope to find out someday. But for dessert, I'm gonna have Pinoy Boy's Basque-style ube cheesecake. So if you've ever seen my video I did from Elmhurst, Queens, I got to try an ube pandesal, I believe it was. And this is Basque style. I don't get to eat ube often. And see what this is like. It's smooth. I would say it's a little less airy than most of the Basque style cheesecake I've had, but not so heavy that I won't be able to finish this even after trying 4 different savory dishes. So if you're ever in Buffalo, very easy to get here. There's a metro rail that runs up and down this street, which you could take for free. This is within the fare free zone. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. I got more trips coming up soon. I got Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm gonna be heading down to, or I should say out to Taos, New Mexico, hopefully early next year. And then I'm working on my first trip to Savannah, Georgia. And I look forward to sharing more videos with you soon.